it could be the case, because most of those lanes last game were lost by the side of
Yeah.
RNG. So,
Yeah.
still, the side of SAG, Basskip, they go straight into the Clockwork pick and then ban out the Lycan. And these guys, they really don't like wasting any time. They just go
No.
straight into the picks and bans, and that's a flex pick in the Clockwork as well, though. I believe most of the time we see Red Panda playing it.
I hardly ever see them use any reserve time. They really seem to be all over it. So I think the Clockwork's job this game is just, hey, I'm gonna run at Bane pretty much. I'm gonna make sure that Fiend's Grip never gets off for too long. And like you said, they do have some flexibility there. Mirana coming in now for RNG, so already seeing our 5 through 3 from them. I think the Bane is a little bit of a block pick as well. And it can be nice to have against the Legion. You can just pop the Nightmare down. It's kind of a guaranteed dual save, and also just a good laning, bullying support.
There's that pos 4 coming out now for Tusk, the Tusk coming out for SAG.
Okay.
It's still a bit flexible as well, right? Because
A
that could
little.
either mean now that you run the Clockwork pos 5, the Clockwork pos 3, or alternatively the Tusk pos 4 or even pos 3.
Yeah, I'm not personally a huge fan of Tusk 3, but teams do definitely play it. I like the fact that they're going to have a snowball save now against the Fiend's Grip and the duel, so that's going to be super handy. Even just against an arrow can be pretty useful. It does mean that they've ended up with double melee supports potentially, which is maybe a slight concern, but wherever the QoP ends up laning should help to counterbalance that a little bit. And it's probably not going to be a God King QoP, I imagine. So
I highly doubt that.
yeah, probably just your mid or your off lane here.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? So the thing is, RNG haven't, and I'm sure they will in their last ban, but they haven't banned out the Storm yet. So I'm a bit concerned for their
Yeah.
sake, because if they don't, I can almost guarantee that they'll throw the QoP somewhere else and choose the Storm right here, right now. Maybe even just leave it till last pick, but...
Mm.
I mean,
It would make their lineup a little weird if they had
sure.
like an offlane QoP and a mid Storm, but it is a possibility, and it is certainly a really good hero for DD. I think the other thing to keep in mind as well when you're looking at SAG and you're looking at a hero like the Queen of Pain is you have to remember that OP for a lot of his career was a mid lane player, right? He was what is it, DAC 2017 that they won with, I think it was IG. He was on that squad. So definitely knows his way around some of these mid lane heroes. And we get the Luna again, but this time around for RNG. So definitely, wanting to push the pace up a little more this game, try and win their lanes if at all possible.
Yeah, and they'll leave Setsu's hero to last as well. Just make sure he's going to have a better time. Obviously, last game we saw them choose the Ember very early on, but it wasn't... Well, up against the Doom, it obviously wasn't the greatest. DD really put a clinic on him in that mid lane, and they're just going to keep his hero hidden for a while. As we'll see the PL again. Okay, so SAG,
Okay.
they'll reveal the God King hero now. And, well, there's one pick left. I kind of brought up the Storm. I do not think they should leave it if you are RNG, but then again, do you want to give OP God whatever he wants as well, right? It's hard
Yeah.
to make that decision.
Yeah, I'm wondering what their read is here. They do, of course, have the last overall pick of the draft, so they'll kind of get all of the information. But this ban is pretty crucial. So the Phantom Lancer here, I think there is some AOE on the side of RNG, but not a ridiculous amount. You can hunt the supports reasonably well, absorb a lot of the Eclipse as well. Oh, did they just blank their ban?
Yeah, they
Oh
did.
man,
They ran out of time.
they ran out of time.
Oh,
But it's just a Witch Doctor for SAG. So what? It's like 4 o'clock, 3 Tusk maybe, or the other way around, and then just QoP mid and Witch Doctor 5.
yeah. There's that Void
Okay.
Spirit coming out. All right, so now it makes enough sense. They'll leave the Storm alone. They'll run the QoP mid instead.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw a team run out of time in that last?
It's been a little while.
Yeah.
It really has been. Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen a blanked ban in a very long time. But
Been a while. Still, drafts are completed now. We'll see Setsu playing the Void Spirit mid this time around, up against the DD Quap. Doesn't seem like the easiest matchup in the world for a Void Spirit, but could go either way, I suppose. Still, how are you feeling about these drafts? Do you feel like one of them's preferable?
oof, that is a tough call. I think these drafts are pretty
Pretty solid, right?
Yeah, I think it's pretty even. I do like the Void Spirit against the Phantom Lancer a lot. I think the Void Spirit Ags really shines against that hero. Like the double resonant pulse is just so good at clearing out sort of the mid game illusions and then isolating the real Phantom Lancer as well. Um, it's a tough one, and I think like the off lane for SAG is also pretty it's pretty volatile. Oh, one thing we haven't even talked about. It's OP playing the Witch Doctor, my dude.
Oh,
It's not it's a Witch Doctor 3.
oh,
So it is still Red Panda on the clockwork. I can't believe it took me this long to
yeah. No,
look at
I
that.
blanked out as well. So that's a position 3 Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting. Interesting.
What the hell is going on here? Like what?
Oops.
And where do you find these cosmetics? Like I've never seen Luna with that ball.
Who knows? Monet's on another level.
Really upsets me. Getting they always
Is that
have.
not on the approved list? Is there a list published somewhere, Mike, of approved?
No, I get upset because every time I cast Chinese tournaments, they always have these amazing cosmetics I've never seen before.
Right.
And it's like, where do you get them from? Like, do I have to go into their server to somehow get it?
Oh, right.
Look at that. It's a boar.
You can go look at the equipment list. Here, we'll see if we can get you a
Thank you, sir.
a boar.
Big fan. I don't really like the whole cat thing with Luna. Prefer the
Oh,
boar.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so still, what am I expecting from this position 3 Witch Doctor? Really? Like,
I think the goal is just to apply a ton of pressure. I think the idea was to just murder Monet over and over again in lane, like snowball on top of him, then just cast Maledict, and that would really just be the end of him. And it does seem like RNG are like, we don't want to deal with that. Let's maybe let's try and dodge or go aggro here instead. Oh, he's red. Oh, he hasn't got it sussed because Setsu's standing there. So.
oh, okay. I was about to
Yeah.
say, I think he caught out that ward, but he will now. Yeah, he knows.
Okay. Yeah, he just confirms. He's like, all right, this time around Setsu's not there. Let's get the D ward.
Very nice. Tips come out from Setsu as well, giving him that acknowledgement that he found it. I mean, he already knows, but nice tip. And so, RNG need to win this game number 2 out to force to a game 3 and not be kicked out of the league. And of course, SAG just looking to finish this series off 2-0 and get themselves to the grand finals where Vici Gaming is currently waiting. And they've definitely brought out a bit of a surprise with this Witch Doctor off lane, but I can't say I doubt them because they always surprise us with these unique kind of picks.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how it works out in this game. I always harp on Voodoo Restoration, but maybe it'll be a little more useful if he's a core.
Yeah.
Is he actually farming like a core here? I'm
He
wondering
is.
if like, okay, he's taking the CS. Red Panda's just running at September here. Super hasn't skilled anything just yet. Maybe seeing if they can get some kind of Nightmare Arrow combo off.
I do like the fact that RNG is running a tri-lane, though, up against God King. Like, just really focusing on making sure that he is not going to have a good start.
Yeah, 100%. And, Setsu is on... Even though the lane's not great, he is on one of his more comfortable heroes. I think it might actually be his most played for this patch.
Arrow missing there from September. And Nightmare setup was there as well, but he was just a bit too late. It's not a great start to the Nightmare Arrow combo, and Red Panda will kindly tip away. And It seems as though the Mirana now, September, is going to back off a bit, just try and secure some neutral creeps. And meanwhile, Monet does lose his courier. He's a real pain in this clockwork. Like, he does make it a very hard lane just on his own with that level 1 battery assault.
Yeah, he's just running around, drawing attention. He's been pretending to body block the big arrow coming.
They should get this kill. This should be first blood coming out. Red Panda overextending, assuming September had left, and that was not the case. And Monet will be the one to take the first blood for himself.
So he's been kind of faking them out this whole time. The big camp has been blocked regardless, but he keeps going in to body block it so that they won't try and deward it, because they think it's going to keep spawning in the next minute. But
I love
that's
that.
what happens.
It's kind of genius. It's one of those little plays.
He's back. He's just going in, but is he just dead in the exact same way again?
Arrow, there's Super gonna get jumped on by God King, but they just focus him down, and yeah, Red Panda, he'll be making the walk of shame back into this lane now. So they do just commit in the exact same way, and Monet will pick up his second kill of the game on that Luna.
I think RNG really happy with how this is going.
Flyone could be in a bit of trouble here with that tag team and Melody combination. Arrow, though, great from September, landing on that Witch Doctor, and now OP God will die, and Felix, he can't finish off the kill.
Oh, that's such a timely rotation. And Flyone, like, I don't even know if he needs to use this salve, but he's got it to be able to heal all the way back up. And yeah, September just in a great place, even going to go for a little side pull here to drag the lane back into a better position.
Everything is going well for RNG thus far. 3-0, even the mid matchup, which is the one we haven't looked at yet. Setsu is, it's pretty even, but he is definitely ahead of DD, and it seems as though DD hasn't really been able to apply too much pressure onto Setsu, thanks to that Resonant Pulse, and now Aether Remnant connecting as well. DD forced to blink out of there. Meanwhile, bot lane, however, Flyone, he will die on the Legion Commander. Felix will just TP his way back and get the kill, though top lane. Red Panda to die again, and he just made it back to that lane.
Yeah, he's not having a very fun time. I was keeping my eyes mid to see what was going on there for the 4-minute rune battle, because it looks like DD is actually going to... He gets his bottle delivered, he heals up, and then he immediately snags the double damage.
Very nice.
It's right on top of Setsu.
Setsu just going to keep doing what he's doing. Having, again, a much better game than last time around. I'm curious to see what kind of item build this Void Spirit goes this game, whether he'll bother for something like the Deso, whether he'll go for an Ags Rush, whether he'll try for like the Yule setup for the Aether Remnant.
I think, like, when in doubt, the Yule's Ags is always good, and I think especially this game, the Ags is pretty important, but you know, can also see the physical damage maybe. We'll just have to wait and see.
Absolutely. Bounty Rune's going to be spawned up. It's like it'll be it'll be a 1, or rather 2-for-1 right now, the way of SAG. But they should find the secondary there, down at the up at the top lane. I don't believe that DD will be able to make it in time on that Queen of Pain to take it. In fact, DD might have to be a little cautious because Super now's rotated into that mid lane, and after this pause, could be in trouble.
They're spelling out this play. Like the September just pinged on the tier 2, so they're saying, look, if you get the Nightmare, I'm gonna TP Arrow, and then we'll that'll be a free kill. And DD's like, wait a second, what's going on here? Where am I? Let's just get out.
They'll TP back to the fountain. Yeah, just all
it's
the
too
way
late
back
to get
to the
any of the
fountain.
bounties. So, Flyone bottom.
He's in trouble. Felix. Oh, he's going to be in trouble now. Monet will rotate back down on the Luna. Flyone may still tick out to the Melodic. No, he will barely survive and will commit that salve now. But it's still a 5-1 lead here from RNG, and they just seem to have all control over this game so far.
Yeah, it's a little worrying that this this Witch Doctor is not really finding the kills, and the dual lane is not really shutting anyone down. Flyone might be dead at top.
Could be. He's getting battery assaulted up. God King probably not going to let him go. Phantom Rush, the Lance, it will all be enough for the PL to pick up his first kill of the game. They're going to focus down on bot, yet. Shards are going to be there. Felix with the tag team as well. Monet should just tick out to the Melodict and does. OP God. He'll make a run for it now, and that's, I believe, the second successful kill they found with the Tusk Witch Doctor so far. I suppose if they can just keep that up, you could start to really transition to that core role that you're looking for in that Witch Doctor. They might go again here. Super, he's just kind of standing still. There's a stun. Melodict will be there as well. However, the Nightmare really helps Super out, but it might not be enough. It was taken off by OP God, and Super should just die to the Melodict as Felix will snowball away. Setsu TPing down to try and punish Felix Xiaoba, but he couldn't quite do it.
I really don't like these TPs from RNG. Like, I'm not even 100% sure. I guess they wanted to lane swap so that Monet could be down here and be closer to the Ancients, and he could start farming up their jungle. But, you know, Flywind TP's top, he immediately dies. Monet comes bottom, he immediately dies. So really a very costly couple of minutes. And now Setsu even TPing down bottom. You know, he's kind of stuck here for a little bit and didn't really find the immediate rotation. They really should try and get this Void Spirit going sooner rather than later. You know, I think he probably wants to gank the PL's lane a little more, but now he's stuck all the way on the bottom side of the map.
It's putting Monet a bit behind on that Luna. Like, he's just sitting at level 5 now and is kind of forced to go into the jungle a bit earlier than you would like to see. He has got the Helm of the Dominator, mind you, so he's not going to be too upset about this. Monet will just focus down on that jungle, trying to get some neutral items up for the team. Still, Felix might get spotted out here in that mid lane on the Tusk. In fact, I don't believe he did. So they are going to try and go for something, but Super now should find him. Does indeed spot him out. Now the TP rotation coming in from Setsu. He will jump straight onto OP God, but there's a Sonic Wave out. Still OP should be dead, and they will get 2 for nothing. In fact, Super does finally die on the Bane, but it is still a great trade out for RNG.
Pretty nice, but they rotated everyone for that. So there is some other space on the map, though. Not a huge commitment from Setsu. He's going to have his Astral Steps back in a second and can continue to pressure, though. God King already taking the really safe farm on the map. He's just farmed his way all the way from top, all the way down to bottom. And we'll probably look to pressure the tower here in a second if he sees a few heroes on the top side.
This is that point where you start to question whether they're doing enough to slow this PL down. Like, they're definitely finding kills in that off lane and even in that in the safe lane on that Clockwork, but God King is just fine. He's still just freely doing what he wants, and he does now overtake the Luna in terms of net worth. So Monet is still doing quite well, but is slowly falling behind the PL now. We've just seen this over and over again, so I question whether it's going to be enough from RNG, though they are going to get a duel off here down at the bot lane onto that Tusk, so they will find, well, not a bit of early duel damage. He doesn't actually get it, and now the snowball comes out. DD's going to be there. September will take the snowball. Shards out as well, trying to block them in. Here comes OP God with the Melodict and Deathward onto Flywind. The arrow will be blocked as well by DD. And Super, he salved up and he tried to stick around for a Nightmare, but it's going to cost him his life. And now September as well, committing his last sleep charge. Setsu is there to help now with the DD rune just in case. Aether Remnant will latch on to OP. And OP should just die. Though he'll turn around with a stun Melodic, but he definitely goes down here to Setsu. Meanwhile, DD was trying to chase September down, but couldn't quite confirm the kill.
So ended up being, what, 2 for 2, was it?
Basically.
Yeah. Well, some aggressive moves. Both teams going to end up getting outpost experience here. PL's just been farming the entire time. Gets a little lucky, finds himself in Iron Town. Certainly nice. Monet's just been farming and stacking pretty much the entire time as well. So staying neck and neck on the net worth. We do have another Sonic Wave that DD is probably keen to use somewhere. And action top.
There he is. Flywind. Just dead. It's that Tusk Witch Doctor combination is just so much damage when you add the Melodict and tag team on top of each other. The RNG won't be too afraid of this though. Monet is still farming very, very well on that Luna. He's going to go straight into the Sergeant Yasha build on that Luna this game.
If September sleeps, he might still be dead.
He may be. September. Shards blocked him up. Yeah, he's dead. The Melodic will pop him, but Setsu, Aether Remnant, won't latch on. RNG. We've seen so many TPs now from Setsu, not really panning out to anything. He won't really be able to capitalize either. He has no Astral Steps left.
The play between OP God and Felix has been really, really nice this game. Just keeping up the constant pressure, even if it means playing over on the enemy side of the map. They're confident to just go for kills, find trades. Some real 4 Protect 1 or 4 Protect 1-esque Dota going on.
That there is, and September and Super now going to rotate up top. So you've got that Arrow Nightmare combination again. Felix and OP God might know what's going on here. They do jump in, but there's a snowball, the Melodict, and the Walrus Punch. Setsu, he's in trouble. He'll dissimulate and just try to get up, but DD is right on the case with the Sonic Wave, and that should be enough and will be. Now Felix going to make the chase for more. He doesn't have Snowball or Shards. Red Panda is there with the hook shot, does get it onto Super, but he will get the Courier first. And now SAG finding a 2-for-0 trade.
Yeah, they're just continuing to be able to make plays. They've got 2 supports that can both provide all the initiation currently. And meanwhile, on the RNG side, it's a little non-existent currently, especially with Legion Commander having the game that he is.
Yeah, no
it's going to take a very long time to get this blink.
No dual wins. 1 and 4 on Flywin. It's a very rough time. Yeah, I mean, that blink is so far away. I didn't realize he was that far behind. Goodness me.
Yeah, I mean, what's he? Yeah, he's 1-4-1. Bot lane was not the easiest, and then as soon as he switched to the off lane, I think he died like 2 times in a row. So it's really slowed down his game. And of course, the Luna is vacuuming all the farm on their side of the map. So until they can open up the map a little more and take out one of these tier 1 towers, there just isn't going to be a whole lot of space to use. And SAG are just going to continue to pull further and further ahead on the metrics.
It's really put Setsu behind on that Void Spirit as well. Like, he's at 5k net worth, but he's behind the POS 3 Witch Doctor of all things. It's not a good feeling for this Void Spirit. So RNG, they're going to smoke up. They have the Fiend script there on Super. And it looks like they want to just try and see if they can secure a kill onto Felix. But he's staying very close to that tier 1, and now a counter smoke's coming out. SAG making their way down to the bot lane. In fact, no, they'll wrap around mid. Can they get the Luna? They ping him out. You've got the hook shot there. He does go in. It does connect as well. OP gone. We'll have the cast. The Death Ward. They pop the Moonlight Shadow. It is not going to be enough, though. And they will also get the Dominated Creep, which was kind of just left behind there. And I believe Felix was the one to get that 200 gold.
So I think Monet was expecting that the play was coming bottom. And since they were playing up there and kind of baiting a little bit, was not expecting that SAG would instead just come straight to mid and does get kind of punished for it. And, there was more defensive farm that he could take on the map, but he was just feeling like, all right, I want to pressure a little bit and then maybe back off with my extra Yasha move speed. But that really hurts. I do feel as though RNG, they need to go and get their Luna involved somewhere. They got to bring everybody to just take out one of these tier 1s
Red Panda
somewhere. Otherwise, they're just going to get completely out-farmed if things continue this way.
They knew that the Mirana was invis in their jungle just then. They committed a scream and they saw the little animation flying out. It'll be alright. You look at God King though, Basskip. He's got the Diffusal up. He's also very close to the full Hood of Defiance now. And Monet is being chased by DD, but eventually DD backs off on the Queen of Pain. This is where things start to get a little concerning. You've got the damage now on the PL. He can get involved in these team fights if he wishes to.
All right, they're going to bring all 5 top. So RNG, if this doesn't work, this is going to be it's going to be a pretty sad state of affairs for them.
This is all on a POS 5 clockwork as well. His team's waiting right behind. They know what's coming. There's that Hood of Defiance to block out that magic damage. Hook shot. Red Panda doesn't land, but the Cogs is there with the Sonic Wave. The Eclipse was out from Monet. It's still looking really bad for RNG though. Monet will die. Now Flywin in trouble. Super will go down. Flywin's so low. September's leaping out, and they just need to run. There goes Flywin. Setsu, he's going to be fine, I believe. They won't have a way to lock him down. But you've got a 3-for-1 trade. And SAG, they're still going. They're still trying after Setsu.
The target prioritization there from SAG was just perfect. Like they knew that the Luna is so much of the damage from RNG that they just ignored everybody else, focused the Luna down first. There was a full duration Fiend Script on the Phantom Lancer, but it just didn't matter.
Setsu? Is Setsu just dead? Dissimulate? Does come out. Astral Step is... No, he has Astral Steps. He'll be fine. They'll turn around, back onto that Queen of Pain, but Red Panda's here now. He'll have Hookshot available in a second. They're just dueling up that quad, but it's doing nothing. Now God King comes in onto Flywin. They do get the kill. At least you do get Red Panda as a trade, but now the Shard's locking Super in, but he has the Moonlight Shadow to protect. They did not have any dust available at the time. But it's still just looking like an amazing game for SAG again. They're 6k net worth ahead.
Yeah, and their Phantom Lancer is starting to join in now. He's getting really, really big, already level 14. And so they do finally take out this top tier 1, but it's just like Monet dying mid and then coming top and then dying again has really hurt his game a lot, especially since he wasn't trying to be active before that point, you know? So long as he was AFK farming, he was kind of keeping pace.
Monet?
Oh, is he dead again here?
Oh, he might be. Hookshot perfect from Red Panda. Now the snowball coming in, and yeah, he's definitely just dead here. No one around to help him out. That is a disaster for this Luna, and he's just trying to farm up the BKB right now to have a bit of defensive capability, but it's just nowhere near quite yet. Setsu, let's be a little bit careful. He'll be okay. Bot lane, God King got arrowed up for a second, but he's going to dive September now. You've got 3 leap charges, so he should be alright. One more left for September, and God King not going to bother. Still up towards the north. Super's going to be in a bit of trouble. Red Panda there with the battery assault. Won't even bother with the conks. He just doesn't need it. He'll chase Super down. Gets that kill. Now they want more. You've got a Hookshot available in 7. But they'll back off and just get back to farming. There's no need to overextend.
Yeah, they really can just go and take another objective. Clear out this last remaining tier 1 on the Radiant side. Phantom Lancer is just so far ahead at this point. Going for the exact same build as the previous game.
I don't blame him. Like, it's just, it seems so strong, especially if you get it this early on. Like, you're getting plus 44 agi every 4 seconds on that Phantom Rush with the Aghanim Scepter. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's nice, and it's a similar situation this game to the last game where he's got this enemy carry.
Setsu, Walrus Punch, Maledict. Oh no, it's just too quick.
The SAG supports, they know no fear, and they just constantly find these initiations. They're completely controlling the pace of the game. Monet's trying to push out top, but I think he's just getting beelined currently. Yeah, Felix is on him.
They've got a hook shot available. They are going to scout him out with Rocket Flare, and Monet's not TPing yet. He will now. Can he make it out? Hook shot. He's going to throw it. He won't. Oh, and he had the right position as well. He was just waiting to get in distance. Still, Monet luckily gets out, and now bot lane, a Jewel is going to be there. They caught out the Witch Doctor, though. DD, he does get the Sonic Wave off. Suddenly, everyone's there from the side of SAG. They get one. Super's trying to go in there with September, but September's going to get killed off by DD, and now the Death Ward. Oh, Super, he committed the Fiend Script there as well. That's it.
They're done.
They're done, 20 minutes in.
Oof.
The whole series didn't even last over 50 minutes.
Man.
Oh. This team, Basskip, SAG, yeah. I don't know. They're making it look easy.
Yeah, that did look really, really easy for them. Both games, you know, lane's looking quite good. Slightly unorthodox drafts, but they made it work. I really have to give so much credit to their support players, especially. They're just completely in control of the game both times.
With that means that SAG will be going through to the grand finals up against Vici Gaming, which, I mean, I don't know if there's going to be a bit of a delay because we finished this whole series in less
Yeah, who
than an
knows?
hour. But
Yeah.
I'll double check with the admins. I'll see what they want to do.
Okay.
Apart from that, it is MLP Dota. It is Basskip, and we'll be back hopefully very soon for the grand final between Vici Gaming and SAG. See you then.